Hi, my name is Shirley Plant and I'm the author of the cookbook Finally Food I Can Eat, a dietary guide and cookbook for people with food allergies and those of you looking for healthy, tasty recipes. I have put together a 21-day challenge to help people remove gluten, dairy, and sugar from their diets. So you might be asking, why those three foods? So did you know that 1 in 3 people actually have issues with gluten? 80% of the population is lactose intolerant, and sugar, well, high fructose corn syrup, which is sugar, is actually toxic in the body. Sugar is the #1 food that causes heart disease. That's right, sugar, not fat. So it will do all of us good to reduce our consumption of sugar. Sugar is in every pre-packaged food, and we are a sugar-filled nation. We see that with the rising diabetes, obesity, and other chronic illnesses. So I chose to remove these 3 foods because in my practice I see people with food allergies, of course. I also see people that want to lose weight or that come to me because they're not feeling well, they're sluggish, they've lost that pep, they're fatigued, maybe they have chronic pain, chronic headaches, and when they remove these 3 foods, they feel better. I also see a lot of moms whose children are ADHD or on the autism spectrum. And the physician who sends me these moms, the first rule of thumb is to remove gluten, dairy, and sugar from these children's diets. It's amazing the results that we see when we remove these foods. So that's why I chose these 3 foods to be removed from our diet. And I find some people, whether you're celiac or you already know that you're gluten intolerant or lactose intolerant, sometimes your life is so busy that you choose pre-packaged foods. And that's not the way to remove gluten, dairy, and sugar. So simply replacing with the gluten-free cereals, the Diet Cokes, the gluten-free fast food, non-dairy stuff, you have to really start to read labels because this is full of sugar. This is full of sugar. It's got 25 grams, which on its own, so that's about 6½ teaspoons of sugar, on its own is fine. But that's probably not all the sugar you have in the day. Maybe you have a Coke, maybe you started your day with some cereal, which had 2 or 3 or 4 teaspoons of sugar, and throughout the day you are probably having more, and before you know it, you're consuming maybe 26 or 30 teaspoons of sugar. And that can make you feel really crappy. It can cause inflammation in your body. So that's why I want to help people to remove gluten, dairy, and sugar the healthy way. I'm going to be with you every step of the way. I've got recipes, menus, a closed Facebook group. We're going to be there to support each other, and I'm going to hold your hand the whole way. So I hope that you will want to join me on my 21-day challenge. I also am going to offer a free live call this week for those of you that want to ask me any questions you might have about removing gluten, sugar, and dairy from your diet, or maybe you just have a dietary question that you'd love to know the answer to, or you have a favorite recipe that you'd love to know how to convert it to a quote healthier recipe or an allergy-free recipe if you have to remove some foods. Come on over to my website, deliciousalternatives.com, sign up for the free live call, and ask me your questions. I hope to see you there.